Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we have another What's on the Shelf. Let's get it started. First off, on the top there, we have Lords of Waterdeep. Lords of Waterdeep is a worker placement game where you will be placing your workers to collect adventurers of different kinds to fulfill quests, build different buildings, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple, straightforward worker placement game, a lot of fun. Um, really like Lords of Waterdeep, one of my favorite worker placement games. But that's pretty much it. Next up, right underneath it, we have the Lords of Waterdeep Scoundrels of Skullport expansion. It adds a couple new boards, a bunch of new cards, new buildings, um, a lot of other stuff like that. It adds Skullport, it adds corruption to the game, and the Undermountain as well. Um, but just adds new worker space, placement spaces to the game. But yeah, that's pretty much what it does. And next up, we have Rhino Hero Super Battle. You'll be building a 3D play area. You'll be playing these cards that are the floors of the buildings or whatever, and it'll tell you what walls you place on that. There's two different heights of walls, half walls and full walls, and then you'll move your meeple of your superhero character onto the space. You'll be rolling dice and every now and then hanging monkeys off the side and trying not to knock the board over. It's a pretty fun family game, a dexterity game. Next up, we have Magna Storm. And in Magna Storm, you'll travel across the planet in your Scout Runner. You'll place out turtle labs. Those labs collect resources, and that will let you research the lost civilization, which allows you to advance in the research areas. The place turtle labs and the knowledge from the research areas are important requirements for filling objective cards. But I've only got to play this one time. I don't really remember a lot. I know there's a storm that rotates around and you got to try to get out of it. You want to keep your things active. But that's pretty much it. Uh, there's more to the game, but that's pretty much what I can remember. Next up, we have Ice Cool. And Ice Cool is a flicking game. You have these little plastic penguins. They're trying to skip class at their school and go around and eat fish. And there's these fish in doorways, and you have to do flicks and try to make it through those doorways to collect those fish for points. And then one player plays as like a hall monitor who's trying to hit the other or bump into the other students to take their ID cards to score points. And then it rotates around and you take turns doing each thing. Next up, we have Attack on Titan, The Last Stand. And the Titan wins if it destroys all 6 cannons, eats all 12 citizens, or consumes a hero. And then the heroes only win if they kill the Titan. But you'll be, one versus all kind of thing. One person will play as one of the Titans, and the other people will play as characters from the show. And yeah, you'll be rolling dice and trying to do combos and stuff. And the Titan get certain dice from the players that it gets to use to do its special abilities. But yep, that's pretty much it. It's got a big 3D Titan, and you'll be moving, up and down and stuff on that. And there's a tower with cannons on it. And yep. And next up, we have Risk, the game of global domination. And in Risk, you'll be trying to take over the world. You'll have your armies out, and on your turn, you'll have choices of attacking and moving and all of that kind of stuff. A lot of little plastic guys in this game. But it says Risk may be different than any game you've played. The game will take many turns. During your turn, you'll have choices where to attack, when to attack, and when to stop attacking. You play as the commander of vast armies, a general of superior strategy, and a tactician unlike any mankind has ever seen. Your goal is simple: take over the world. Next up, we have the Magic the Gathering Dual Decks Anthology. I just keep this as kind of a standalone type thing. Want to play some Magic, just pull this down. Has 8 different decks in there. Um, and you can just grab out a couple decks and play. It's pretty fun. Like I said, I like to have this like it is. It has the decks. It has a couple dice. I mean, you could play right out of the box with it. It's pretty cool. Got some nice decks in there. And lastly, we have the Port Royal. And in this game, you'll be, on your turn, you'll be drawing out cards in a line and eventually picking one of those cards. But as the active player, you take control of the port, deciding on which ships are allowed into the harbor. And during the discovery phase, you'll draw cards, place them in a row to create the harbor display, one card at a time. And there's different types of cards, characters, ships, and missions. And then, yeah, it's been a while since I played this as well. Game ends when a player has collected 12 influence points or more, and then the current round finishes. But yeah, it's a trick-taking game, I believe. Like I said, haven't played it in a while. But yep, that is it for this What's on the Shelf. I know this series isn't the greatest series, but I'm gonna complete it anyways. But don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and ring the bell to keep up to date with my latest videos. And as always, have a great day.